Namaste and welcome. Thank you, Ryan, for the introduction and the definition of what mindfulness actually is and how it can be found in the workplace. Today, I'd like to discuss with you some of the examples, or at least one example in particular, of a company that has taken mindfulness and really had some great results from using it. My name is Nick Morgan, and the example I will be discussing with you today is Aetna Insurance. In terms of revenue, Aetna Insurance is among the 100 largest companies in the country, providing some form of insurance to around 40 million people. Their CEO, Mark Bertolini, is the eccentric leader guiding the company into a more mindful future where the overall happiness of its employees matters. After a skiing accident that nearly cost him his life, according to David Gellis of the New York Times, Bertolini began making some drastic changes to his company. He created free yoga and meditation classes for his employees, as well as giving all the lowest paid employees a 33% raise. This unheard of practice in the corporate world has served the company well. Not only has the stock price of Aetna increased threefold, but in the first year, the company experienced $9 million in employee insurance savings. There are also estimates that the employees who have participated experienced 28% decrease in perceived stress in the first year and a $3,000 increase in productivity. These are some pretty big results for the first year. It just goes to show what overall health and mental health can do for employees as far as productivity and how that relates to your physical health as well. Another innovative idea that has been effective for the company was creating the position of CMO, or Chief Mindfulness Officer. The job was given to Andy Lee, who happens to be the first of his kind in history. He's a trained MBSR, or mindfulness-based stress reduction teacher, and his sole purpose is to promote and create ways of increasing mindfulness in Aetna's employees and customers. Some of the challenges that they've had to face is something I'd like to discuss next. The largest challenge in particular for this company was finding a way to offer and reach all of their 40,000 employees. They've been able to do this through a digital program that can be accessed at any time. They also contract the help of eMindful, a web-based program that delivers mindfulness exercises and practices to any location with internet access. There is also the challenge of planning and budgeting. This is the one reason in particular that Aetna hired Lee in the first place. They needed someone who had the knowledge and the time to focus completely on the improvement and implementation of their mindfulness program. Lee says that one of the things that can make or break a company's attempt to create a successful mindfulness program is the very first meeting. Bribing people to show up with free lunch for coming works pretty well, but most importantly, having someone who is actually qualified, knows what they're doing, and can relate to people is usually the best way to get employees to take it seriously and to make an attempt to continue to show up. Some of the successes that Aetna has experienced since the initiative began in 2011 is that over 50,000 employees have actually attended at least one yoga or meditation class. Since the beginning, the perceived stress levels of employees who partake have decreased by 35%. In June of 2017, Aetna opened its Mindfulness Center, a mecca for meditation and yoga for their Hartford, Connecticut site to practice yoga and guided meditations throughout the day. Employees who work elsewhere are able to access remotely online. This milestone achievement is a symbol of the importance CEO Mark Bertolini and CMO Andy Lee place on mindfulness in the workplace. In conclusion, Aetna exemplifies how a moral company should value the well-being of their employees. The success they've had and the size of the company proves that any company can implement an effective mindfulness program. In fact, if estimates are correct by Aetna, not beginning a program could be costing your company millions in insurance and low productivity. This is just a way that Aetna has, taken mindfulness and really expanded on it and created new ways, visionary tactics of implementing it. Next, I'd like to pass it on to Rosetta Benton, who's going to share with you the example that General Mills, one company that people wouldn't really think of in terms of focusing on mindfulness. You think of cereal and oatmeal, but they've done some amazing stuff. So, Rosetta, take it away.